Monaspa is just a different team. Like a lot of their drafts look very wonky, where you're like, what the hell's happening? But it works for them. This is their way of playing Dota, and I don't mind. But I'm more of a standard Dota type of a guy. I see this entity draft, Dead Prophet, Tiny, Disruptor. This is their bread and butter. They've been playing these heroes for a very long time. And Watson on Monkey King playing against... I want to see if they actually put Spartan as their position 4 to lane with Lycan, because otherwise it would be very awkward to have Earthshaker plus Lycan as your off-lane duo playing into Monkey King Disruptor. It's like guaranteed Jingu Mastery. So looking at the items, Spartan did start with Boots of Speed, so most likely he's going to be playing the off-lane, but you never know.
Yeah, so we'll see how this game goes, and well, luckily for Monaspa, there is no Broodmother in this game, and we're going to take a live listen, or not a live listen, a listen into something that Nande said prior about playing against Broodmother.
I hate playing against Broodmother in particular right now. I would say the most, because the hero has been strong for a very long time. Even though this patch allows you to play a lot of carry heroes, and a lot of carry heroes are really good, it's still limited in terms of carry heroes that are good, especially against Brood. It's still kind of a hero that even if you dominate and win the lane, and you still have some advantage, let's say like 2 levels advantage, he just gets level 6, and no matter how you play, especially this patch, he just bullies you out of the lane and punishes you.
Interesting to hear him talk about the fact that Brood just kind of punches you and then they let it through game 1.
Yeah, we actually recorded this after the game, after he lost, so that's why he's so spicy about it. And it seems like it's... I'm just kidding. It's going to be Shaker plus Lycan. Shaker will block off the couple of creeps, so the lane will be closer. Still a free farm lane for Watson. Like we saw in the previous game, what can happen if Watson's having a free time, and we also saw Boundless Strike being used on one Wolf just to be able to secure the kill on it.
Yeah, we'll see what Watson does in this lane. One of the lanes I'm really interested in is mid, because Stormstormer, we saw in the last game, had like 16 CS in about 3 minutes. It was kind of wild. So I'm interested to see if he's going to be able to pull that off again against this Snapfire. A little bit of a different matchup here, but Stormstormer already starting off pretty strong. 7-1 to the 5-0 of Wish. We'll see if he can keep the pace
Perfect
of what he
CS
had in
from
game
him.
1.
2 waves, got every single CS.
Going well. I want to see 16, right? 16, got to be perfect.
It's going to be 16 at one point, yes.
Oh, well. Okay. That's fair enough. I think you're right on that. But he gets that CS on the high ground, and then, again, it just feels like
still perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we jinxed it.
No, you jinxed it. You said still perfect. I didn't say anything. Watson gets the Jingu off. Skylark still trying to fight back. Fishman's kind of like on the other side of this, but they're ignoring him, which is kind of odd. Now Desire finally throwing some right clicks his way, and this Disruptor, he has a glimpse to put him back under towards the tower. But nothing
which is going to get him killed,
Watson.
It looks like.
Yeah, now the fissure hits. He's got to use the kinetic field to get away from these heroes, but they've got wolves ready to go. They'll go up through the trees and towards the tower. We'll try to block him out and get a kill with these wolves, but just not enough damage to get the kill there on to Fishman.
Going to be a difficult game to cast. Boundless Strike, Golden One. Fisher, Golden One. Going to look the same pretty much for a second. Glimpse back.
Glimpse again, and Fishman back towards that full health.
Ooh, denies the Wolf.
He's trying to deny Desire from pulling these creeps all the way over with that glimpse, but that did not work out.
Skylark microing his units very well. Managed to deny his own Wolf. How are other lanes doing? I see Nature's Prophet with 15. This is Tiny. Could be in trouble here. Might get a courier with the 3-throw. Misses, actually. Level 2. So he still has a point in Avalanche. Gonna be a late one.
Can he get first blood? Treants will do it, and Nande will start off a lot better than that first game by getting first blood on Tiny.
Still hates the Broodmother.
Yes, nothing's changed. I hate that hero too. I think a lot of people, if you asked him straight up, would probably agree with Nande, right?
I mean, he plays on a team that plays Tinker, so everything in universe is balanced.
Yeah. Is he allowed to say that he hates Brood if he plays Tinker?
He doesn't play it, but his teammates do. So it's kind of the same thing.
I feel like that just doesn't work out. As a team, you're not allowed to complain. You play Toxic Heroes, can't complain about Toxic Heroes.
Exactly.
So, Toby just doing his thing over here in the off lane. He's only 11-2 though. So the Ion Shell's not exactly securing the most CS at the moment. As you can see, Nande getting those denies, and he's got 11 stacked up already. He is having a much better lane, but look at Stormstormer. He is still up there, and he has just not stopped mid. It has been just the Stormstormer show there.
I like his item build on mid lane. He's not going for bottle this time around. He knows the matchup really well. Yeah, he's dead.
He's just going to get a free kill under the tier 1 tower. Doesn't even throw a Crypt Storm, didn't have the mana for it. It's all Spirit Siphon and right clicks for him. So Stormstormer will get that, and then able to walk for some water runes. Spartan's going to take the other one, but I mean, Stormstormer, he just gets to sit here and dominate the lane again. And you talked about it earlier too, Watson doing the same. Like, this lane has been pretty easy for him.
They can't do anything to pressure Watson in this lane. He is holding a point just in case he needs to get that Primal Spring. It's also a farming tool for him for now. Just 1 point in Boundless, 2 points in Jingu to have that sustain in the lane, have that kill threat going into power treads next. Fisherman's career died because he's been playing very aggressively here, and Glimpse back.
That glimpse back into Watson, but they've got the fissure. Will be held up thanks to the kinetic field. Jingu off, and Desire on the run, but the Boundless Strike and the right click is going to put Watson on the board with a kill.
Gets at that point in Tree Dance.
Right back
Primal
to the lane.
Spring, yeah, immediately goes back to a lane, collects some solo XP. Fishman can move around because they can't really kill him. Skylark, only level 3 on Lycan, about to crack level 4, completely shut down, sitting at 14 CS. On the other side, 18 CS on Toby. He will manage to recover. No stacks in the jungle yet, especially for the big camps, but we could potentially see Kateomi going in there and making some stacks for him.
Skylark's just had 2 lanes back-to-back like this. Like, in the last one, he eventually started to farm as the Viper, but it just felt like there wasn't much going on for him. And top lane now, Skylark getting chased once again. Fissure lands on both heroes. Kateomi, he's low. Ion Shell with the Surge, going to chase down this Rubik, but losing the Tiny at the same time. And Skylark getting chased again. So Desire going to try and block off these heroes while Watson has the Jingu. Fishman getting pushed back thanks to these wolves. And he's going to be forced to go under the tower while he's not able to go after these heroes. Not that he had the mana or glimpse off cooldown anyway, but he is now being spotted by these wolves, and a fissure hitting means he might just get run down. He's forced to eat a fairy fire, and eventually Desire will come over, and one more right click will do it. The Skylark, not nearby, but does get a kill with the wolves.
Fisherman gonna die in the end. Rubik is also here. Not sure if they can get a kill on Watson. Level 5, about to crack level 6. They even use a glyph, so they should know something is up here.
Telekinesis. Okay. Fissure from a distance, not going to be thrown onto Watson. Wish, look at where Wish is standing. Like, he can't be that close to the tower. This exorcism is going to be full duration on the tier 1 tower. It's dead. That's it. Lane over.
This is a difficult one. Stormstormer level 7.5, Wish just got level 6. Rotation from Kateomi. They also saw them rotating to the top lane, so they knew something was up, but I'd say this is a huge mistake from Monaspa. They should have played around the mid lane. First Exo, tower dead 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah, sometimes you're not even fortunate enough to get any damage with that first Exo on that tower, but you get the full tower. Like, that is already closing the game out for Wish. Like, that makes it so tough for him to find some space. They're looking like they want to fight again. Avalanche lands. They've got the toss up into the air with the Spirit
Where is
Siphon.
he? Cookie disappeared.
That Cookie goes into the ether. So does Spartan. It's just an easy kill. And to come back mid, like, they've thrown Desire here. They have Wish here. But if you're going to throw bodies at these heroes, I don't know if you're going to be successful.
Where's the damage coming from? That's my concern. You have Nature's Prophet with ulti. Snapfire ulti is available. You don't have the tower, so the lane's going to push in on you. You need to push this wave extremely fast. Maybe try to smoke up. I see one smoke on Spartan. He needs to D-ward first, and he's going to do it.
And he needs to be careful. They've got the Death Prophet down here, as well as the Tiny. So this might just be another tower, and they've got Exo and 5. So, might mean mid and bottom are gone pre-10 minutes.
Entity's still gonna respect potential rotation damage from Mortimer's Kisses. One Fissure could land them at least 2 kills here, unless they find him somehow. So, Wish needs to keep the distance.
Let's see. Yeah, there's the Exo. There's the commitment. Now the heroes start to migrate towards bottom, but you've got the Tiny standing forward in Katomi, and that means they can't really stand in a good enough spot to throw these kisses out.
Katomi in a really good position just to be able to break the smoke, be the first point of contact if necessary. Secures that second kill, second tower.
And you take a look at the odds brought to you by esportsbet.io, and it's all Entity right now. Katomi goes and gets an avalanche onto 2. They're going to toss Wish right into the Exo. They've got the damage to get the kill onto the Tiny, but now Wish needs to leave. They'll have a fissure from a distance. Wish surviving with just a little bit of help.
Raindrop
The
keeping him
wall
alive.
is down. They've got the kisses while Storm's sprouted up. He's trying to survive. There's a vacuum back. Survives a little bit longer than maybe they would have liked on the side of Monaspa, because that means Nande's dead. Fishman over to the side, getting chased by Spartan with a Earthshaker in the wing, waiting to throw that fissure, which will land onto Fishman, and the cookie's off the mark. So now
King of the
Fishman's here
Hill
with some help, and Toby's coming over, looking to wrap around. Desire looking for the TP out. They might be able to get Wish or Spartan. The chase is on from Toby, and I think he's going to come to his senses. Chasing Wish may not be a proposition that he can get. Instead, they'll get the Spartan. Rubik. Easy.
That was so close. If they managed to get a glimpse on Wish, this is position 2 Snapfire we're talking about, and he might not be done. Fishman actually gets it.
Oh, he got the glimpse.
But no
Scatter
mana.
Blast, toss up into the air, tossing him to his death. But Toby will get the kill with the Ion Shell that's laying onto the Tiny. This is going to cost them 2, though, because Nande's here, and he's trying to run, but they should have another fissure.
And good body
they've
blocks.
got some great blocks when they trade to
He
the
gets
neutral.
to deny.
Steal it. All right. It was pretty sick. I mean, you're getting chased by 3 heroes, 4 heroes, and some treants.
So much
Kill yourself.
space.
That's
Stormstorm,
right.
meanwhile, is farming the jungle, and you can also see Watson. He's about to finish Battle Fury. This is 11-minute Battle Fury we're talking about.
Yeah. Making some timings in that last game. Watson on this game, not top of the net worth, but he's about, like you said, Battle Fury.
Maybe I
really gonna
lied.
push him.
I don't see a Ring of Health. I don't see his courier, so just trying to find it. Okay, he didn't put the whole Battle Fury. He just put the components. Wanted to have the damage items, and then we'll go for Ring of Health.
Okay.
Lycost strikes again. Sometimes you have to do it, you know, to like, wow, he broke a record, and everyone's like, ooh, this guy's really good. But he is really good. So far, again, complete free farm. Doesn't match the farm of Dead Prophet, because Stormstormer, he took 2 towers. He dominated the lane.
Now that's not really fair. He gets to take both towers. Watson just has to farm creeps. That doesn't seem very balanced. Not by the way, Midas. Would you consider that recovery Midas or just on pace Midas?
I'd say I'm not a big fan of Hand of Midas on Nature's Prophet. I've seen so many games. Like sometimes, okay, things are going well, you get Hand of Midas, then it looks good. But most of the time, I'd say it doesn't. Especially because before you wanted to get to level 20 talent as soon as possible. Now it doesn't pierce through BKB anymore, so huge nerf.
Fishman gonna die here to Wish. A lot of vision there, and looking to cut out any dire vision that may or may not be there. Katomi, by the way, he's farming the jungle while that's all going on. He's getting himself close to that Blink Dagger, and they'll have some pretty solid initiation with that Tiny once he's got it. Toby also going the sustain route. No surprise, offlaner still building this Guardian Greaves pretty consistently. Feels like despite the nerfs, this item is still top tier.
Yeah. Desire is struggling on Earthshaker. I gotta say I don't like Arcane Boots on Earthshaker, especially if your game's not going well. Sure, if you don't have enough mana, but if you find Arcane Ring, or if you find Tumblr's Toy, or the item, what's it called, Lance of Pursuit, that gives you mana, you don't have to get Arcane Boots. Which means that like 15 minutes into the game, you will have like 300 gold and won't be able to have enough money for a shard.
Yeah, kind of wanting that shard as early as possible. We've seen a lot of heroes that kind of really bolster up with that, get a big power spike, and you're just not going to have it until 17, 18 minutes if he gets that
It really
kind of farm.
depends. I don't think he is
Even
able
going for
to
it?
get, like, I don't think he's going to get the lane for himself, so they want to take a fight. Fissure into Snapfire, ulti, potentially Rubik's Lift. Rubik's still a good spell. He does have Avalanche at the moment, so another layer of control on their side.
I think
Radiant's bottom tower.
let's see what they can get from this one. Smoke Avalanche thrown out, but they've got the Cookie, and now they've got the Fissure. Telekinesis back into the team, but they've got a Static Storm, and the Silence is onto the Earthshaker. Skylark's going to come in and, well, be pushed away with the Glimpse. He was there for a moment, and then he wasn't. A little magic trick there for Fishman. He'll throw down the kinetic field. He's trying to survive as these wolves were coming his way. And, well, Avalanche onto Skylark again, and he just gets tossed up into the air and dies. Now that Blink Dagger's available for the Titan. Skylark just all by himself, like being out there away from his team, and he pays the ultimate price, and that's with his life.
He needed to connect with the Kisses, otherwise they don't have enough damage. Considering that they all grouped up around the mid lane, I thought they were going to go for it. Snapfire does have a Blink Dagger, first item Blink after finishing off Arcane Boots. Snapfire, in terms of scaling, she's going to struggle. Like I've seen Snapfires from a mid lane getting Mech/Guardian Grease, at least that's what was Team Spirit was playing like that, into a Shard, of course, and Aghanim Scepter, and then maybe you get a Blink, or if you want to, like if you feel you don't have enough right-click damage, then you opt to go for Crystallis, level 20 talent, get that Daedalus going.
Not sure if he caught a glimpse of that. Katomi does have his Blink now, just got delivered. They're really going to want to make a debut with that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just smoke. So, they'll smoke, they'll go back, they might find themselves Skylark again. Especially if he comes back for this bounty rune, and now they've got the Blink, the Avalanche, and the Silence with the toss. There's nowhere for him
they popped the Exo.
Go, and Exo, Static Storm, Spartan. He's going to try and run, but there's a glimpse from Fishman. They keep giving Fishman Disruptor, and I feel like every team that does that is mistaken. They need to stop giving him this hero, because he has so much impact all the time with this.
You can't ban his hero pool, because he does have like 3-4 heroes that he plays extremely well. And I don't think you want to waste it. If you ban his Disruptor, he's going to play Bane Clockwork, he's going to play Undying as well. There are a couple of those heroes that he really excels at, and I think you need to span bans on other things. You know what's coming, but Fishman, so many good glimpses back. A little surprised that other teams are not utilizing Disruptor to full extent. Like we saw 1 or 2 Disruptors in the previous series, but I want to see more. I think this hero is super good, especially with the buffs, the glimpse, that it actually deals damage.
Yeah, it feels like a phase 1 pick ban in some cases. For a lot of teams, like you said, just pick it more, get it into that first phase pick. This hero does so much, and you can really build a lineup off this glimpse kinetic field stack. So like the set is just, the set of skills are just too much to handle at times.
Teamfight from Entity is way too strong. They kind of, I'd say,
Avalanche,
wasted
toss
that
over to
Exo.
Stormstormer. Got the Silence onto this Earthshaker, and Desire's going to die. Blink Dagger's 2 for 2 now. What do you do?
Yeah, you mentioned some 17-minute Shard on Earthshaker. He's still 900 gold away from it, really struggling. If he shows up on the lane, they could easily kill him. Next Exorcism, I feel like Entity can just rush into Roche Pit and take a fight, force a fight. The only thing you need to care about is pretty much Mortimer's Kisses, and I see Toby also going for Hood, which means that he's going to get Pipe eventually. You do have Sustain, overwhelming team fight coming out from them.
Yeah, usually the marker to go for Roche, right, is that second level in the Exorcism. They did just use it, though, over bottom, but it's, you know...
They don't have to risk
left.
anything. Monkey King probably wants to get a BKB just to be extra sure about it, so doesn't get stun locked. The only stun that he have is pretty much Earthshaker, Fissure, Rubik Lift, which I don't think it's enough to completely burst this Monkey King. So probably gonna wait for BKB, force a Roche fight, and then try to siege towers after.
Yeah, wouldn't be a surprise if the push is all in after they get that Aegis, if they do get that Aegis. I mean, they've played pretty much exclusively across the river on some of these heroes. The aggression is real from Entity, and the positioning is very forward. While these heroes on the side of Monaspa, they've been searching for farm. Nande's got farm, but everybody else is really struggling to stay competitive. You've got Wish, who's going for the Ags, but is so far away from it. And then Skylark, who had a couple of deaths back-to-back, and all he's got is Helmet of the Overlord at the moment.
It looks so weird, his inventory.
Just that.
It's an expensive item, however.
Going drums next, though. So we'll see what he can get. They are down 8,000 net worth, and that's no surprise once the Battle Fury was picked up by Watson, and, well, he's got the gold for this BKB in just a split second, which is probably go time for Entity.
It is. They don't need to, like, I'm not even sure if Monaspa wants to contest it, because their damage output is going to be very limited. Stormstormer, also, I like his itemization. Casual cloak, casual plate mail. After finishing off, Kaya Sanj has extra armor from Dragon Scale going into BKB next. Gotta be extremely difficult to kill. Unless they use Mortimer's Kisses, and this is only level 1 Kisses because Wish is under-leveled, I don't think they get a kill.
Yeah, compared to his mid-competitor, 3 levels behind at the moment is not where you really want to be. They haven't gone for Roche just yet, but of course it's the BKB that just got finished for Watson, so we'll see if he makes his way over, or if he's even needed. Top lane, Blink, Avalanche with the wall down, but
that
caused
illusion.
him to get the illusion instead. A little bit of anti-synergy, and that means they're going to lose the Tiny. That feels pretty bad.
Thanks, Toby.
Using that wall to their advantage, I guess. What does Watson want to go for next? BKB picked up for Nande. He is now top of the net worth. Spartan inside the kinetic field, and here comes Nande with the Mortimer's Kisses used.
That's a huge commitment.
Yeah, that's big, and now they've got the Static Storm. Fishman doesn't even die here. The vacuum back pulls him back into the Static Storm. Desire's got a fissure, but the Boundless Strike will get the kill, and now Desire needs to run. Fishman, he's got a sliver of health remaining. He needs to hide from this Ancient Granite Golem while Skylark's getting chased by Watson.
Stormstormer's pinging out Roche. He's like, I still have EXO running for half a duration. Let's get it. And Fishman survives there with the help.
Now.
He's going to be okay.
And yeah, looks like he's going to be all right. Desire now giving a high five back.
He wants to echo him so badly.
Yeah, he does. He really just wants to step in there. Avalanche toss. There's the kill on a Desire. While that's all going on, they'll go for Roche. He's got a sliver of health left. But maybe looking to make a move is Skylark.
Big cookie on 3 and gets it.
Wish not only gets Roche, but he gets the Aegis. That's insane. Nande's here. Down goes Toby. Down goes Watson. What a play. Aegis is going to be used, but it's out of the hands of Entity. That's perfect.
And he gets the tip. That Blink Dagger coming in clutch.
That was sick.
Repositioned himself. Fire Snap Cookie with the shard. The extra distance from it and also extra damage. So pretty good, you know, keeping that 6k gold lead. Not too bad. They also got to get the tower now.
That is so much going the way of Monaspa. That was awesome.
Desire bought time. If they had Disruptor plus Tiny there to be able to like use the Avalanche, stop him from getting in, maybe a couple of right clicks from Tiny would help out to kill Roshan a bit quicker. But yeah, now finally Desire has that Aghanim shard being delivered to him. 3 points in the Aftershock. Katomi looking for something. Ooh.
Tree grab?
Not the spell you want to steal.
Yeah, you might want something else there. Wall down, Echo Slam committed. They'll go here for the Tiny, and they should get at least that, but the vacuum back into the wall. 3 heroes come back. Desire's in trouble. Wish will fall, but down goes Toby. So a 2 for 2. Spartan hides in the trees and gets a Fade Bolt finish on Fishman. While Watson's up into the trees with that dance, and he's looking to get a kill here onto this Rubik, while Stormstormer's over to the side and looking to help out. So Tree Dance, Primal Spring, up onto the ground, or down on the ground, and they've got themselves the Crypt Swarm and the kill, while Skylark just kind of spectates. But he's a wolf, so it's all okay.
Nande does have his BKB. This is 8-second BKB, very close to finishing off Gleipnir. So with that, it's going to be much easier to like disengage a fight. Great item against Darkseer and his illusions to keep him in place. Also set up for Earthshaker. Like Earthshaker can Fissure, Totem, then you Gleipnir, another Totem, Sprout. Keep people in place for a very long time, and then Snapfire ulti comes in. Still far away from it. Aghanim Scepter, 1300 gold on Wish, which is going to be a saving tool, and also a good tool to potentially find Monkey King on the trees.
Cookie lands. They want Stormstormer. Exo going off. Will he survive? No. The chase is on. The chase is there. They'll get the kill on a 1, not 2. Or 2, not 1. Counting, also difficult.
Monaspa actually doing it, or if you want to phrase it differently, Entity kind of throwing it with these couple of fights, like 2-3 bad fights. So now they need an extra set of items. But I don't think they're going to be too comfortable fighting next until Dead Prophet gets a BKB. And she went full Shiva's guard. I think that's a mistake. Like, you still want to be able to get a BKB.
Right.
Probably regrets it at the moment.
Feels like Entity, like they hit that timing, they got the BKB, they waited on Roshan a little bit too long, I would say. And, I mean, it all fell apart at Roche, right?
I wanted to see them go into Roche Pit much earlier.
Yeah.
Next set of items is going to come out from Monaspa as well. We talked about this Gleipnir being finished. Skylark still needs some time to finish off Assault Curious, but eventually Shaker in 1,000 gold will have a Blink Dagger, so repositioning tool for him.
It's a 2k deficit now, and it is close, but a lot of that pullback is also from Nande, right? Where Wish, he's still, compared to Stormer, 2k behind. Is it as close as it... Like, is
We got a game.
Yeah, that's what
right
I'm
now
asking.
we do.
There you go. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Because it looked
That's
very
right.
one-sided until a certain point when they... Oh, this... Let's see.
Skylark? Toby? Yeah, they're both there. They'll find a two-pronged attack. Avalanche toss. Wall committed. Gobble up in a spit out, so that gives away the Ags pickup. But they do get the kill on a Skylark, and look at that. Our shaman boy is going to be killed off too. Ooh, Fishman getting blown up there by a Wrath of Nature. That's not fun. Ags also picked up at the same time by Watson. So he's got the Battle Fury, Ags, BKB, Watson jumping around, dancing, looking for something. Gleipnir vacuum on the 3, but they don't have the wall. They used it on Skylark. So they're going to lose the Tiny. They do get a kill in Desire. They'll look for the Wukongs, which this might be the first or second usage for.
Toss.
Wall gets him out of the circle,
All
but it's
to
not going to
Death
matter. And Ande, he'll die. Spartan goes down as well, and this Tier 2 looking like it's going to do the same. So 4 heroes dead. Tier 2 tower in trouble. The Glyph. The kisses?
These kisses are not going to do anything. He needs some kind of a follow-up. Watson with that Aghanim Scepter will be able to finish things off. Wish.
Throwing everything.
Missed everything, and he's having fun. But Watson, once he comes into a fight with that freshly bought Aghanim Scepter, what is that damage? 3,000 damage came out from him.
Yeah.
And they also bought a little bit more time. Stormer, BKB, halfway there.
Yeah, Wish threw out all those skills, and he basically said, the floor is lava, easy edition.
Yeah, it's very easy to dodge it. Next Roshan could respawn in 2.5 minutes because Aegis got deleted immediately. But didn't get the BKB off in the previous fight on Nature's Prophet. Like, not on time, because he was already inside the Wukong's command.
Double up, spit out. Tumbler's toy looking for Toby, but will not find him.
Back.
Monaspa still feels like they're playing aggressive, like very aggressive for losing that last fight. Like, they still feel like they've got the tools necessary. Because they were forward for a second searching for Toby, but I wouldn't be surprised, like, the way they're kind of positioning, if they want to go for it. Try and take a fight to them.
They should try. Snapfire is under-leveled a bit. Level 16 at the moment. I see BKB Daedalus queued up, wants to be able to scale, but you need levels. So they need to take some of these fights. We also have not seen Earthshaker, I'm going to say almost at all. Like the full power where he uses Fissure multiple times in Chant Totems with the Shard, and also Echo Slams were non-existent. Maybe we've seen one Echo throughout the whole game.
Yeah, just that fight over bottom, but that's been it. He really hasn't found much open space during these fights. He'll get like one fissure off, but that's about it. They smoked up on Entity, but I think they were spotted. Wrath of Nature came out the second they used it, and I believe Entity just off that were like, all right, we're not going to go. Fishman getting the best neutral drop. Not Fillet, but Psychic Headband. Add some cast range. Because what's better than 1,800 cast range on Glimpse? 1,900 cast range. Easy.
I would have said 2K range. I love to round up the numbers.
Yeah.
It's going to help
Still
them
would've been.
against some of the heroes. Like, maybe you push, like Earthshaker goes in, especially if he wants to initiate with Echo Slam, which is probably not going to be what's happening, but you can push him away, try to break his combo, push Lycan, buy some time, glimpse him back. Skylark
just
used
ult.
ulti.
Yeah, what?
Gets tipped immediately by Fishman.
Fissure, telekinesis, and they've got the totem, but here comes the Wukongs from Watson. The wall is down, and they've pulled back Spartan, but that's just him. Nande with the BKB throws out the Wrath of Nature. Fishman taking a lot of damage. Stormstormer coming over from the side. They'll get the kill on a Spartan, and it's only just one. There isn't really much here for Monaspa to use to fight again.
It's very difficult to, once they use the combo, fighting into Wukong's command, wall, vacuum, very difficult. They also have really good combo, vacuum back into Boundless Strike or vacuum into Avalanche.
Kisses was also used recently, but it just didn't get anything. Bottom lane, Skylark still sitting here, just trying to push out with that Helm of the Overlord, that Ancient Granite Golem. But that Ancient Granite Golem is going to be chased by Stormstormer, looking to pick up a nice chunk of gold.
Interesting usage of the glyph. They don't have a glyph. They were using it to protect the last tier 1 tower, which was sitting on 100 HP, and now they don't have it.
Static Storm, toss up into the air, out of the Static Storm, but back over. Skylark, he'll die pretty quickly. That fissures off the mark. We know that he's there, but they just can't chase. They've got a couple of heroes as reinforcements, but none willing to go in and fight. Rosh, 2 minutes to go. And with the way Entity are positioned at the moment, it looks like they should set up, after getting a tier 2 over mid, to potentially lock it down this time. It was a 2K net worth lead from Entity, but it's been all them since, right? They take that fight over bottom, they take a couple of fights, get a couple pickoffs, farm very efficiently around the map, and we're right back to 10K.
Couple of the fights that they took last couple of minutes looked really good, and look at Toby. He knows something is going on. They're not defending this tier 2 tower on the mid, and Entity was very patient. Watson waiting for a long time until they showed up a couple of heroes. Roshan will be respawning in a minute, so that's going to be next on the menu for them.
Yep. Onto the second course of Roche. Appetizer thus far has just been 22 kills and 98% of the health of the first Roche. Silver Edge picked up Fernande. And going into the Satanic next, and he's now being beaten by Watson in net worth. It felt like he was pulling away. He was 2,000 gold ahead of this Monkey King at one point.
This is Monkey King right here. Like, his net worth is pretty nuts. Has that Scotty, great against Nature's Prophet, great against slowing heroes down, of course, great stats. I'm not sure why it got buffed, because cold attack, movement speed, slow versus range heroes increased from 40 to 50% in the previous patch.
Yeah, this is an item that has been picked up a lot and all the time. Did not need buffs. If anything, might have needed nerfs. Gobble up, spit out, that's in a Roche, but not there just yet. 10 seconds away.
They have multiple ways of scouting things out. If Entity is doing it, Wolves, Treant.
You think they're going to go for it again?
They should try. I feel like if they don't contest Roche, they just straight up lose the game. This is Shard we're talking about, potentially on Dead Prophet. Even a Monkey King, I don't mind. Like, you don't want to buy this Shard, but it does allow you to close the gap on your Boundless. You also have level 20 talent with -7 seconds. Wolf is inside the pit, underneath the vision of this Sentry Ward and Toby.
Yeah, I think they're
Careful with the
trying to
courier.
bait a little bit. Not showing to the Wolf, and will kill the courier. Well, that's going to be unfortunate. There goes the Hyperstone.
Still doesn't have enough money for AC. Yeah, they should force it. Exo, Stormstormer will pop it. Let's see how they approach it. They need some big Echo Slam.
Gobble up, spit out. That's on a Stormstormer, but they're going to need more. They've only got about 12 seconds remaining on this Roche. They'll go to the Kisses, and now they'll start to evacuate the pit. The Fissure lands on a Stormstormer. He's also got the Totem, but they've got the vacuum back on a Spartan. So they'll get the kill to the Rubik. He'll buy back. And
Nande will steal it this time.
Nande, yeah. This is the second time. Entity, lock it down. They have no lockdown on this Roche pit. It has gone to Monaspa twice. And now Skylark's going to be caught. Glimpse tossed all over, and he's going to be eventually put into a Static Storm and a grave. They dug it just for him.
And now Fishman's tipping Nande. Nande casually walked in with Silver Edge.
Yeah, they all bailed from the pit except for Watson, right?
Yeah, because that Prophet blinked in, tried to cause chaos in the backlines with Shiva's Guard and Exo still running. I'm a little surprised that there was no Boundless Strike to stop it, because they do have Sentry Ward. And not just that, he didn't steal Aegis, he also stole the Shard.
What? I hope
second time.
I hope Entity, they better not have any safes around. Because they're free, they're open. They can't lock anything out at all. I mean, that was everybody around, and, well, he just goes the way of Monaspa again. Desire, he'll walk the line of the fissure. Well, Johnny Cash action as he TPs out. 12K net worth lead for Entity, but they don't have an Aegis to work with.
Entity should feel pretty mad right now.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the time we were supposed to push high ground.
Now we're
and
just
now
farm.
it's going to be a bit more difficult.
Nande's going to take the top of the net worth again. Are they going to wait for next Roche? I feel like if you go 0 for 3...
For what? So someone else can steal it
that's
this
what
time?
I'm thinking, right? If they go 0 for 3, I think they should be forced to call GG, right?
3 times in a row.
Yeah. Not even stolen, by the way. Killed and picked up. Both times. That's insane.
Next set of items are coming out. Abyssal Blade on Monkey, so that's their way of stopping people casually walking inside the Roche Pit while they are underneath the vision. Also, Dead Prophet getting closer to Hex. Raid Pact finished on Darkseer that wants to stop some right-click damage from Nature's Prophet and Lycan. Even Snapfire getting levels, still far away.
41 wards placed by Spartan. That's a lot of vision. Oh.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Nande gets out. It's right there. But he didn't know. That double damage, he would have been insta-dead.
Definitely. And we've seen this time and time again. Kataomi, he feels that they need another carry. Starts queuing up some big items.
Does he have the wherewithal to get it? Oh, vacuum back, BKB, wall down. And the leash onto the Monkey King. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. They'll get the Aegis out of his hands. And now he's not got a BKB to survive with, so he's going to get hit with that Boundless Strike and die to Watson. Put him out on an unstoppable streak.
Dies to statues and illusions from wall. Spartan.
Yeah. Fighting with Fishman with Watson nearby, not a valid strategy.
It is time to go. Stormer, not there, but they can take the outpost. They already have it, so they could...
Finding everybody. Oh.
They could use the EXO and try to go for this tier 3 tower at the bottom. Nande does have buyback available.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to really use that, but if he's forced to, it's going to be tough. He's kind of the one really getting a lot of farm for this team. Get Vacuum, Ion Shell, some gold there for Toby. Wraith Pack, Guardian Greaves, Pipe and Blink. And 2,000 gold saved up.
Every member of Entity does have a Quelling Blade. Watson has an upgraded Quelling Blade, of course.
So, EXO used, tier 2 tower in trouble. Tier 2 tower, dead. So they get the tower, they'll move to the high ground. Still 20 seconds without this Nature's Prophet. We'll see how they defend this tower. They do have some range with the Gobble Up, the Spit Out. Can they get anything going? They've got a fissure from a distance, Totem with the Shard. So Watson standing near, but they're still gonna get the tier 3 up the top lane. And nothing really stopping them from doing so either. Like they've just gotten this for free. Blink forward, Fissure landing on a Toby. Now they've got Katheomi to toss back. Gleipnir here from Nande, he just respawned, Wraith Pack down. And a Gobble Up, a Spit Out, jukes it away. And Toby will surge, he'll stay on top of Spartan. Vacuums him back, but gets hit by that fissure. They've got the totem, they'll have the telekinesis. Now, stolen vacuum, pulling them back even further. Not even with the BKB being popped. Watson goes into the Wukong's command with that 25.
He lost vision.
They'll get the kill on a Toby, and they cannot kill Nande. So Wukong's used for nothing. They don't even get a kill on that one, and now Desire's really being a thorn in the side of Watson with the fissure and the totems.
Entity needs to fall back. They don't have Wukongs, they don't have BKB, nor Exorcism, so need to wait for another minute to be able to take the fight. Stolen Vacuum still on Rubik. Little Shredder upgrade available with that level 20 talent. Crystallis as well. So now things are going to start to get slightly more easier in terms of team fighting, and also big item picked up by Nande. Hex, so he can initiate from Silver Edge.
This is going to be potentially a tough high ground take when they've got Nande up.
Let's see if he can find Kataomi here. Ooh, wrong way.
Ooh.
Or is it?
Oh.
It is.
Oh. But the creeps will spot him. can he get him now? Fissure from a distance? No. Gobble up, spit out. Oh, got him! Landed it. Desire's there, and they'll get the kill. That was well done. Wishful thinking. But still got it.
Absolutely. And he's the one who's also getting these last hits. He killed Toby for 400 gold, killed Katomi for 400 gold as well. So items will start to pile up on his side.
Penta edge sword. See if Watson keeps that. He might shift between the two. Wouldn't be surprised. Ninja gear, smoke up. Does he swap?
I think he's going to keep both of those.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like, he's just swapping in and out. Use it, smoke, swap in the Penta edge sword. Seems about right. Trickster Cloak picked up, too, for the side of Monaspa. And it's being helped by Nature's Prophet, no surprise. He might swap between those two as well.
It's a great item. Gives you evasion against Monkey, gives you another layer of invisibility. Because he kind of acts as a front line. Skylark going into BKB next, I like the item pickup. He did go for AC and also Drum, try to tank up his team and give Nature's Prophet like more damage in a team fight, but definitely needs a BKB. One glimpse, one tiny combo, he's dead. One vacuum, he doesn't feel too comfortable.
No, not at all. Whew. So, Satanic Divine for Nande queued up. I'm excited.
Double Divine queued up. Vish also has one.
Did I just use the wishful thinking joke? I did.
You did. Use it again.
That divine is wishful thinking. Daedalus Divine? It's a lot of gold away, truthfully.
I was silent on purpose to make it even more cringe. It's fine. Smoke.
Let me die.
On Desire, he does have that ninja gear, but Timeless Relic now found by Watson. You would definitely want to have that on Earthshaker as well.
So both teams clumped up together. Let's see who's the team willing to go. Skylark always feels like he's kind of just by himself. I guess he does have Shapeshift to run to the fight. But he's died a couple times where he's just been a little bit too far out. So how much time, if you're Entity, do you really want to give this side of Monaspa? Because they are farming up and...
You need to start taking fights.
Yeah.
Double Divine, Satanic, it's a long way until they get all these items. Sure, Nature's Prophet can send his Hand of Midas. Snapfire could...
Oh.
Well,
Gobble up, spit out. That lands
they
up.
got one.
Tiny fissure on a 2. Now they're going to go. They've got the Wu Kong's command from the high ground, though. They'll go to the Echo Sun. They'll get the kill on a Fishman. Static Storm dropped early. Vacuum. Nande already dead. So much gold for Watson off that. They got the kill on a Spartan as well. They'll take out Desire. So even with the big ults from Monaspa, they just do not have the damage. The Wukong's from Watson was from the high ground and came on over with that level 25 extra ring.
It's
it was
massive.
so easy to...
It's huge. That ring... It's very difficult to enter a fight, especially when you have Vacuum, you have Abyssal Blade to keep them inside, Scotty slow as well, and like if you have already Exorcism running plus Wukong's command, you need to fall back. Nande, no buyback on him. This might be the game. 55 seconds. No Mortimer's Kisses, nothing to stop him. But Skylark might try to go for some kind of a split push. But they could check, and this could be 3 sets of barracks. This might be mega creeps. They're now checking whether Nande has buyback or not.
Ags upgrade for the Disruptor. They will take both mid and top. Start to shift towards bottom. But Avalanche, BKB, pop by Wish. They might have the damage, and they do. Naomi goes in a little bit too far. Under the tier 4 towers, not advised.
They wanted to get the bottom barracks, but someone also needed to TP back and kill this split push that Skylark was doing. Roshan gonna respawn in 40 seconds. Tiny will be up, but he also bought a big item. Wind Waker, so does allow him to save himself, save his own teammates out of trouble, especially against Earthshaker. Great item to split up the combo.
Monaspa is setting up near his Roche. Now, this would be the ultimate Roche. If all of a sudden Monaspa, they're the ones who start Roche this time.
They shouldn't.
And then Entity take it. Yeah, I mean, the way things are going, they should just let Entity do most of the work. Makes sense. Up in 10. Divine Rapier, Divine Rapier, Divine Rapier, and a Divine Rapier. Queued up for Wish. Quadra Rapier. That's going to be a lot of damage. But will he get the goal?
Level 25 on NP, so he can be anywhere. Entity doesn't know when Roshan is going to respawn. Checking if they're inside the pit. Fishman did put Observer Ward and Sentry on high ground.
Oh, Fissure.
He's
Through.
dead.
Oh, Stormer just gets blown up, and this is going to be an upgraded Static Storm. Will he be able to get the kill with the Wukong coming down? The Boundless Strike, all the damage coming out from Watson and Fishman. They are wiped off the face of the map. Skylark trying to run with BKB and the Shapeshift, but Avalanche not working just yet, but we'll stick with the vision. They've got the glimpse. They'll have the normal punch, and they'll get the kill. Watson with a double kill. He's godlike. Nande just gets back into buyback range, but so much damage done by Watson.
Stormer probably didn't expect that he's gonna die immediately. Does have buyback, they do have outposts, so with that buyback comes into a fight. This means that also they can't touch Watson because they're already committed to killing Death Prophet with the BKBs and Hex, and now he's gonna be the one picking up Refresher and Aegis. Is there anyone who can steal it? Desire is looking for it. Never mind.
I was hoping 3 for 3. Honestly, I was shocked there was nobody really close enough to go for it.
Someone would get kicked from the team if it happened 3
Link
times.
Avalanche, but they're going to miss. They'll go with the toss up into the air, but it's not going to get the Desire lockdown that they need. Stormstormer going in with the BKB, has the silence, but not going to be able to get the kill with the Gobble Up spit out save. Buyback was forced though. Nande comes back into the game. Well, they've now got this data list, so they're going to try and defend this bottom set of racks in Tier 3, but the way they go about it is going to have to be precise. They've got Skylark up in 5 seconds.
Watson.
Exo's still going. There's the Nervous Kisses. It's on a Watson. Going to slam down some damage. They've got the Fissure as well as the Totem, but still, it's just not enough. It gets him low, but that doesn't matter. They need to get these kills. Skylark again goes into the Shapeshift, but it's so far away from Entity, it's not really getting them anything again.
Watson.
Toby blinks in. They've got themselves
That's
the wall
it,
down.
unless
Nande
they
in
can
trouble,
save
but
him.
they've got the telekinesis save as well as the cookie. Here's the glimpse back, but the BKB is forced on Nande. Fishman going in, gets the Static Storm placed onto Wish. Wish trying to wish for something like survival, but instead he's just going to be dead for 110 seconds. Skylark's no longer with the BKB. They'll get the Boundless Strike. They've got the normal punch. It's going to be on a Spartan. They'll drop down the Echo Slam. They'll get the kill to Toby, but they'll buy back on him immediately. The Wind Waker to get some distance between him and Nande. Curse of the Old Growth comes out from Nande, and they've got Watson up into the trees, waiting for somebody to come out, specifically, maybe Nande. They go, Spartan, Avalanche on him, tossed up into the air. They get a kill here onto the Rubik, who's going to buy back. Watson goes in, but now he's got to be careful. Can they get the telekinesis to throw him in? No, they can't. But Watson taking some damage from
Look at that
it's
ring.
just not enough.
I think
3 heroes don't
it
have
might be
buyback.
time to call it. They have nothing left
Looking
in the
rough.
tank. Stormer will finish him off.
Watson beyond godlike. They call GG, and that's going to be a 2-0 here for the side of Entity over Monaspa. They make it look easy in game number 1. A little bit of a slip up in 2, but they still take the series with ease.
I'm glad we also managed to see Arcane Blink.